What's up, guys? My name is Sena Kofi. Welcome once again to my channel. Listen, I appreciate all of you, those of you who reached out to me, motivated me, telling me not to stop doing this and all that. Those of you who are commenting, I really appreciate. And those of you who also notice some things I'm not doing right and you're advising me behind the scene. I like that. Listen, let me say this. I am not a perfect person in terms of the training and exercise. Listen, I've not even been gymming continuously for a year, and so there are a lot of mistakes probably you'll see me do. If you see any mistake, reach out to me and tell me. Just educate me. You understand? I am willing and ready to learn every single day as I share my experience. And so today I'm doing chest day, as you are saying, and then we are starting with the constants for the day. Every single day I do 60 kg bench press, 5 sets, 10 reps each, and that is more like my warm-up process. And so I'll be talking about the intermittent fasting of my journey. If you've not watched my previous videos, I did a first video where I told you I gave 3 simple steps how I was able to lose 66 kg in just 3 months. So I explained later in a video where I talked about the first point being cutting off certain types of foods. If you've not watched it, you can go and watch that video. And so we are talking about the second point today, which is intermittent fasting. Listen, I need people to understand all these points are equally important. Intermittent fasting is very, very, very important. But before you do anything fasting related, please see your doctor. There are some people, due to your medical conditions, you are not expected to fast. And so kindly do that, okay? So as I told you earlier on, for me, I visited a doctor and I also read about all these things. And so I knew I was good to go, okay? So I'm just going to give you my formula. I'm not saying my formula is the best. At least it's worked for me. And so you can also fine tune it and try to find your way around it. The goal is to arrive at 10. If you add 1 to 9, you get to 10. If you add 2 to 8, you get to 10. You get my point? Yes. So for me, I tried as much as possible to eat twice a day. Okay, I ate just twice a day. Listen, during the 3 months of losing the 66 pounds, you need to understand that you have to want it as bad as possible. Okay, it is not something that will just happen like that. And I need to let people understand, you need to be very conscious about it. It depends on how bad you want it. For me, I wanted it extremely bad. I wanted to lose weight because, as I told you earlier on, I visited the doctor and it was something I had to do. My life depended on it. And so if you want to lose weight, you need to, just like anything you want on earth, if you really want to succeed, you need to want it very bad to the point where you plan properly and then execute it. And so as part of the execution, I didn't joke with intermittent fasting. Every single day, I ate twice, around 12 noon, and then I made sure I didn't eat after 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. because I realized that a factor that got me gaining weight was I was always eating very late. Before I started to train, I was eating extremely late, sometimes 9:30, 10. I am now going to eat a burger or pizza or something. It was terrible. And so you make sure you eat within that. In fact, there were times where I even ate around 5 p.m. I made sure I didn't eat after 5 p.m. When I started, it was me making sure I didn't eat after 8 p.m. or sometimes 9 p.m. But there were times where I decided to even bring it earlier on. Okay, so I made sure I didn't eat after 5 p.m. Sometimes I made sure I didn't eat after 4 p.m. And there were times where I felt I was hungry. But you see, the magic behind everything was, if I sleep and I wake up, the hunger goes. And so I sort of used that to sort of help or aid myself to lose weight. And so if you really want to do this, the intermittent fasting is something you need to do. Listen, once you are on course, once you are losing weight and you are someone who sort of examine things a lot, you are self-aware, you realize that you only lose weight when you are in calorie deficit. And a lot of experts will tell you this. You are only going to lose weight if the calorie you burn is more than what you take inside. And so what you eat is very important, and the time you eat what you eat is also important. Listen, there's a whole science behind eating at a specific time, because some people believe if your body is much more optimized to digest food faster around certain times. And so that's why people believe intermittent fasting usually works. And so if you don't know anything about that, you've not read anything about that, you can just use my formula. Make sure you eat maybe around 11 or maybe 10. If you are someone who likes eating very early in the morning, you can eat around 10. Naturally, I'm someone who doesn't like eating early in the morning. Even before I went to the gym, I started exercising. I used to be that guy who didn't like eating more early in the morning, because anytime I ate early in the morning, I'll just become dull. And so it's helped me. It's someone I am. That is who I am. And so it's helped me to go on this course. And so if you are someone who likes eating very early in the morning, if that energizes you, maybe you can eat around 10 o'clock and then try as much as possible to eat your last meal around, let's say, maybe 5 or 6. Okay, it's going to help you a lot. And for me, added bonus. So there are certain things I also did. Aside the intermittent fasting, I also did fruit fasting. So there are days where I ate only fruit and vegetables. Nothing, just fruit and vegetables. And you see, that also helps you. During the days where I ate only fruit and vegetables, I saw my skin glow. I'm someone who used to struggle with acne, even from my childhood. I've been struggling with acne a lot. But during the times where I did fruit fasting, I realized the acne and all those bad stuff went away. Okay, and there's a science behind that. If you read around that, you realize that acne is caused by gut. If your gut is not healthy, and so once you eat fruit and vegetables always, it sort of heals your gut and then clears all those acne. Listen, the truth of the whole thing is, once you decide to do intermittent fasting, there are times when you are still going to be hungry. There were times when, after eating my last meal around 5 p.m., it will be around 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and I'm extremely hungry. That's why I told you, it depends on how bad you want this. It depends on how bad you want this. Okay. So sometimes, I'm not going to lie to you, there are sometimes I was able to forgo it and then just go to bed, because I knew waking up, I'll be okay. And there were sometimes I couldn't hold it. So what I did was I made sure I had fruits like apple, I had vegetables like carrots. I made sure I had those things available. Okay, I juiced some of them. And so during times where I felt maybe around 9, around 8, I felt I still wanted to take in something, I'll just go and snack on these things. Okay, so that's that. So you need to be very cautious. You need to be very determined. It is not going to be easy, but look at the reward ahead of you. Look at what you want to achieve and what you want to sort of gain, and then pay the price for it. You need to understand that you have to go through pain to get whatever is deemed worthy. You have to go through the pain, and so just tune your mind and go through it. This journey is not going to be easy. And so I'm going to bring you the last video where I'll be talking about the third point, the exercise, because there are 3 things: the food, when that is the intermittent fasting, and then exercising. These 3 things are going to help you lose weight a lot. And with the exercise, I'm going to tell you what I did and where I concentrated on and why I did that. So if you are here, kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. My name is Senakofi. I'm Hat. Have a blessed day.